America is shut down over a wall. Isn't that utterly crazy? A wall that can be easily hacked with a cheap ladder and a rope, you drop down and come down, um, tunneled, or even with a hacksaw. With these steel barriers, they show them just cutting through it. You know, for thousands of years, walls have failed to keep people out. Whether it was the Hadrian's wall that failed to keep the Romans, or failed the Romans to keep the Picts out from invading England, or the Great Wall of China that didn't stop the Mongols either. You know, and the Trump wall is going to be no different because there simply is too big, too long, too many options to get over it. It's ancient technology. The question you should be asking yourself is, given all the technology and knowledge we have, is there a better way? And the answer is there is. In just the last 5 years, we have seen the introduction of amazing new technologies, adaptive and machine learning that has advanced AIs, in just 5 years, along with the power of smart devices and computer due to the Moore's law, to now being able to provide self-driving cars and vehicles, facial recognition. There's also something known as IoT, Internet of Things. There's a whole new high-speed Wi-Fi network launching called G5. And there's something called the blockchain. You put all these things together and you have, hello, autonomous wall. It is the wall of the future. It's really actually the most important, very expensive compared. It's really actually, and most importantly, very inexpensive compared to the wall, and very fast to build, test, and implement. So fast, in fact, that we believe in the next 4 months we can rapid prototype a test and get it out there and actually provide it for free to the border to start implementing it and trial for a 12-month period before we even build them anything to prove to them that it actually works. So how does the autonomous wall, or AV, work? Well, we will build a network of towers that we call barrier drone deployment towers. Each has 4 to 8 long flying drones that can fly for over 3 hours very quickly. These are supported by a combination of military scout drones, which are already in the area, and our own cheaper version of our own scout drones that are basically not helicopter or drones. They're actually more of the long flying glider types that can stay in the air for hours. These are constantly flying back and forth along the border, looking and detecting. The moment something is detected, barrier drones respond to the location for a closer look and for tracking. They will actually deter the intruders by sounding an alarm, or even saying in Spanish, you are violating U.S. territory, please retreat. At the same time this is happening, law enforcement is being notified, and not only that, the roving transport vehicle, which is basically just a modified school bus. They're an autonomous self-driving vehicle that's driving up and down the border, responds. And these are very cool. Autonomous deployment vehicles basically are modified school buses, as I said before. At each seat is a touchscreen terminal, which is basically an iPad, an old iPad or Android pad, with open source Linux software running on it that acts very similar to the kiosk that you interface with at the airport. You may know it as, I can't think of the name right now, but the global entry, that's it. Once done, every person is provided a free cell phone, an Android cell phone or a Linux cell phone that uses facial recognition software to bond them to it. So only them, they look at the phone just like Siri and turn it on, and it says, it looks at you and it uses your face to open up. This is to provide security for individuals. It could be a face and a password, right? To stop someone just by grabbing you and trying to look into your phone or use your phone. They need you in order to activate it, basically. Now, this is very important because it provides detail on your legal proceedings, mapping to where you need to go, and ultimately tracking, because each of the phones will track where you are. Once all this is done, the bus then takes them to a processing center where Border Patrol and Customs take over. It's really that simple. Visit autonomouswall.com and tell us what you think. Once we secure 100,000 in pledges, we will launch our crowdfunding campaign. So join us. Autonomous Wall is a FoundUp project. FoundUps are blockchain initiatives for the people, by the people. To learn more about FoundUps, visit foundups.com or join us on our Discord channel at foundups.org.